Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, ImperialDane. The one, the only master propaganda hero, strike defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Mill Road. In the north, it is the ImperialDane himself, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. The 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division here with a mechanized assault, featuring assault grenadiers, mechanized assault groups, Stug 3Es, light artillery barrages, and the Tiger tank. In the south, it is Login, fighting here for America, freedom, democracy. The 2nd Armored Division here with the Rifle Company, featuring Sherman EC8s, rifle and defensive structures, advanced infantry equipment, M3 half-tracks, and white phosphorus smoke barrages. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my own personal company heroes, my patron reporters. Without them and their support, the Propagandacast would simply put not be possible. So big thanks to all those and the continued support. Other people can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or they can consider donating via PayPal. Links in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing spreads the word, helps out the Propagandacast a bit as well there. So, off to those here, however, Grenadier MD42 start from me versus a double rifle start here for Login. Sandbags going up this cut-off point there, helps make it more defensible against any German attacks. I'll be going here for a double grenadier and one assault grenadier opening here alongside the MD42 there, a bit mixed here. In the whoops, sorry about that. In the center, I make a bit of a bad decision of trying to grab the center victory point with the grenadiers in heavy cover, and they're going to shoot down my grenadiers to bits. Really poor tactical decision there by me. Got the assault grenadiers falling up here. Grenadiers are close to being, already taking half casualties there. We do get one rifle squad in the end. Not a great trade roll. You can see here, Login seized upon the mistake here by me to flank up the MD42. So again, sort of compounding the issue there I made basically for myself. In the south, you've got the Pioneer Scrambling point here. 3rd rifle going away here for Login. The assault is of course going to rush in here to try and assist and deal with this. He's going straight for the car point. Again, complete collapse here for me. Well deserved. Definitely should not allow myself to be, basically drained into that engagement. Rushing forward to the assault guns, make use of the sprint ability. Bit expensive at 20 munitions, but does allow the assault guns to close here with their MP40, at which point they can make short work of any infantry up close here with the MP40s. As a fun note, German assault infantry, which were sort of more ad hoc formations, were probably not actually equipped with MP40s, but more likely were equipped with submachine guns of captured stock, most likely in fact Soviet PP-841s or converted ones which were known as the MP41R. That or other submachine guns, so little fun note there. But anyways, moving about here, avoiding the center because just chancing that's going to be pointless. Moving the machine gun to at least keep them occupied there. Assault guns diving northwards, backed up with the grenadiers further northwards. So trying to keep him occupied in the center there while then swinging northwards to defend his northern resource. In the south here, Rifle Squad was the Pioneers. 2nd Grenadier Squad for me, and I imagine here Login is taking up there with the Lieutenant. Rifle Squad there. Reinforced, machine gun advance in the center, up north going for the victory point here. We got tank traps and barbed wire here from Login, a stout edifice of American engineering. In the south, Rifle got the more sandbags here, machine gun repositioning. Note here, I'm trying to be active with my machine gun because as the Wehrmacht, I find it very crucial to be active with the machine. Just park it in one place and forget about it. You're not using your resources efficiently, and your MD42 will be most, I think, useful also offensively because that way it's harder for the opponent to predict where it is. Grenadier Squad moving in here, Pioneers grab the center, wiring off the sandbags. Assault gun is busy there with the northern victory point. So we got a lot of action going on here, and we got Mechanized command post here, following up the Lieutenant there for Login. Machine gun here, backing up the Grenadiers push. They got Rifle Squad holding up here. Center there being secure. Sandbags of my own being laid down. Grabbing the far northern point here. Tech on the way there for me. So there we go. Grenadiers being shot a bit here by Login's rifle machine gun flying up here. So far, making just use of aggressive maneuvers to just put pressure here and Login, who is definitely being a bit more cautious about the pushes, whereas I'm just being very fast about how I push. Which can, of course, leave myself a little exposed. We got more tanks, we've also got flamethrowers up there for Login, so we got echelons, coming, of course, with a more offensive weapon. Grenadiers flanking Lieutenant here, quick get of a rifle grenade. Grenadiers down to 2 men. North here, we got rifle, there we go, rifle Lieutenant. Decent hit there, Pioneers push back. Jason flanking up behind the Grenadiers, pushing them back. Up north here, in fact, I hit a mine there. Actually, did I hit a mine? No, I didn't hit a mine. But he does lay down mines, but as a sort of a heads up there. As he actually makes good use of rifle companies in that regard. Going for the fuel pump and the assault grenadiers. Bit risky here, but go figure. Following up with a Panzer Grenadier squad as I want more assault infantry. Something a bit more robust, though. With the might of the Sturmgewehr being levied against the Allies. 5th Gulfing up for Login, freedom and democracy. Assault was about to get hit with the rifle, but still denying here Login a bit of access to his fuel. Though, of course, he is quick to return the favour to me. So a lot of maneuvering here, a lot of aggression, a lot of smaller engagements here and there. So both, of course, looking for the weak spots and, of course, looking to disrupt the other's economy as much as possible. So lots going on here. Like to mechanize company up for me. Locke and I match going to push for the Stuart Light Tank here versus me. And Bob's your uncle, fuel point right on neutral. Ralph's got the laying down mines. Bit risky, honestly, but go figure. Sandbags here. Got the 5th call out there for lock-in, freedom, and democracy. Mines almost done. They're heading for the sun fuel point. Panzer Grenadier ready here. And we got that like to mechanize company up for Deutschland. Swift maneuvers here from Login and the 2nd Armored Division. 1st Motorized Rifle Company. And straight into the mine. They're costing me 2 Grenadiers, Wilhelm and Otto, blown to bits. Panzer Grenadier pushing forwards here, leveraging their Sturmgewehrs and their faith in Deutschland. There you go, straight to the 5th Gun Lieutenant here. That's going to be an immediate retreat there for me once that all starts to get going here. Stuart Light Tank there for login. North here, Pun's about to get shot to bits. Machine gun repositioning a bit around the centre. Got the fuel point back there. The immediate kill there. The Panzers of the 5th Gun, of course, packs a hell of a punch alongside a Lieutenant. Pioneers routed by the Ralph Squad. Assault company sitting out there for Germany. They've done a fair amount of damage, but so far has yet to really leverage that into any actual kills versus the Americans. There you go, 10 meters of the grenades around the center. Got rifling it off there. Flung through the skies. And there you go. Killing Paul Roberts. Up north here, soldiers of the rifle got up close here. And in a pond at that, Lewis drops dead. My God, he always hated ponds. What a way to go. Grabbing medical supplies up north there because there's, for some reason, the Matmaker left one there. Moving in the assault grenadiers. 2-2 on the way for me to put pressure on the American player, but also I'm expecting a Stuart Light Tank, so if I push for 2 armored cars, I technically have a chance of taking out the Stuart Light Tank here versus him. But there you go, Ralph goes the assault grenades, bringing them with some grenades. Full 5 there, but quickly dodging. Let's still push them out to range here of the assault grenadiers. And forcing retreat here on a login. 5th gather catching the assault grenades, Stuart moving northwards here. In the south, we got the Panzer gun against the echelons there. In the center, machine gun and grenadiers on watch. Ambulance for login to provide him with that free health care. 2nd armored car there, of course, from the response to the Stuart. Again, trying to take on an armored car with Stuart Light Tank, with 2 armored cars is tricky, but it's not impossible. It definitely requires a man who knows their armored cars. An opponent who doesn't perhaps necessarily know the power of them. But there we go, catching the armored car, Ralph got with the armored car. Gunny's ready to cover up, but they're still on health. I probably should retrieve them soon here. 2nd armored car right around the corner here. Got the Stuart holding back here in the south. We got the Panzers of the Ralph Squad Lieutenant, but they're low on health, and crucially the American infantry is not. Ralph Squad Lieutenant here against the armored car. They like the Panzer Speedwagon, doing some damage here with its correct machine gun auto cannon. Stuart moving through the center. 2nd armored car is ready here. Stuart racing forward here, crashing the barbed wire. 2nd armored car ready. Some light hits on the M51 Stuart here under Lockin's command. Map sort of swinging back and forth here rapidly. That troops reinforcing. A bit of healing going with the Grenadiers providing the medical supplies there. I could, in theory, go for Panzer Strikes on my Panzer Grenadiers, but again, I'm betting on the armored cars doing most of the heavy lifting for at least a brief while. There you go, catch Mars rolling down mines. He's trying the same spot as previous. Not a bad idea there, obviously. In this case, though, didn't quite pan out in the face of my armored car patrol. Which is a fun fact, is basically how armored cars were organized. 2 armored cars were patrol. 3 patrols was then a platoon, I believe, if I remember correctly. Setting up with the troops here. Following up with the Grenadier for something to pressure lock in from a bit of far here and pinch roll right in the smoke. Turning in for the Sun Victory Point. Up north here, another task force is launched, relying on the armoured cars to then quickly either respond in the south or the north, which Pack 40 just can't do. And there you go, Pioneers probably doing some scouting again. I want to make sure I can sort of spot the Stuart ahead of time. Up north then, meanwhile here, as we can sort of see, the south becomes the main engagement ground here between me and Login. Troops in the north can then pretty much be unimpeded. Armoured cars are going to race in here, Saltzman deal with the echelons. Grenadiers dealing with the Temmie's trying to drive Grenadier over here, push him out in the open. Raisins there, push back with the assault grenadiers. Armoured cars are going for the hunt here. And then the assault grenadiers, if the armoured cars will allow them to pass by there, will go for the lieutenant as the armoured car pushes through the light tank. As you can see there, repeated armoured car auto cannon damage there, punches enough holes into the Stuart light tank to actually threaten it. Assault Grenadiers and Grenadiers also moving in there because the Stu tactic taking quite a bit of damage by now, and I'm sure much to the amazement of the American crew. God damn! And there you go. Pop goes the Weasel. 2-2-2-2s. Took out one Stuart light tank there. So, you can do it, but again, not all maps equally allow it, but the hands of the right player you can do it. And there you go. Machine gun heavy cover there. Catches here. Lock-in's men. He has got the bars up there. Sprints forward for freedom, but still that may not work out. We got the Panzers flanking up behind here. And in fierce engagement up north here, we got to push here around the armored cars trying to get to safety, but the pathing is kind of biting me in the ass as usual. No, he ends up retreating here in the face of the double armored cars as he takes heavy damage. His two armored cars can quickly rake for infantry. Now the fifth car for login. Assault guns moving in. They're going to go for wipe here. Attempted wipe, at least here on login. And there you go. One man left as the assault grenadiers unleash all of the contents of the magazines into the back. Or clips of the back there, but I'll wait. Gets away there. We got grenadiers with 3 echelons. Actually, it's magazine. Northern Field being grabbed again. We got the lieutenant here with a bazooka. MD42 moving in here. Just aggressive maneuvers here from me. Just trying to keep my opponent guessing for as long as possible. Fifth guard sitting up behind the MD42 here. Low on health here. Complete the messy situation here. Could actually see the MD42 wiped here. The armored car trying to force the fifth guard to get out there. And it's not working. So there you go. Wipe the MD42. Armored cars falling back here. Assault grenadiers retreating. Got the northern field point here. But again, it's just a patchwork of captured points. And I think in response to this, I actually call in the Mechanized assault group to try and get the MD42 back. Maybe also get the 50 cal. Do I? Yeah, there we go. So there you go. Mechanized assault group up there. That's quite a few light vehicles, by the way. The 2-2-2s and the 250.5 truck with a Panzer Grenadier squad in it. So that's a very heavy commitment to light vehicles for me. But so far, it's keeping my opponent a bit on the back foot, of course. One still has to manage it carefully, as these are also investments. They can quickly go up in smoke and flames. Rushing forward here, they like to shoot some Panzerwagen für Deutschland, which would have been part of the 9th and 10th SS Panzeraufklärabteilungs, which would have been attached to the 17th SS, because a German high command didn't have much faith in the 17th SS, and so used the reconnaissance units of those as basically reinforced the division. So, fun fact there. But anyways, driving in behind here, catching the MD42 crew there, trying to get a wipe here with the Sturmgewehrs. Not quite panning out. Meanwhile, in the south and the east, Login taking advantage of the fact I have a lot of troops near reinforcement after those engagements to quickly pull back, pushing in after the MD42, but it narrowly gets away there. Mortar lands. The mortar hit my half-track, bastards, allowing the 10 to finish off with alongside the anti-tank rifle grenade. Goddamn mortar. So that's how it took so much damage so quickly. But either way, Panzers what they're falling back. In the east, we got the Panzers with 3 echelons. Get Baldelading here and utterly annihilates them. Quite a blow. They're still Login now has 3 machine guns, and I got none. Soldier going for the lieutenant. We have the major on the way here for Login, freedom and democracy. Panzers are pushing for the Sun victory point here. Rushing back here. Tech on the way for me as well. Heading for the northern field point. 50 cals coming around the cutoff point here. Mega route caught here by the armored cars. Charging in there again. He's making very vigorous use of the sprint ability, which is very nice. They're part of the advanced infantry equipment, I believe. Most American players, when again they play for this commander, really don't even use that ability. You can see both from assault grenadiers, but also from the rifle infantry. Having access to sprint is really good. Artillery caught in both 50 cals there. Bit of a mistake there, and completely wipes both 50 cal crews nearly instantaneously. That was pretty lucky there for me, and obviously on the other end of the spectrum, fairly lucky for Login. Armored car that dives a bit too deep there for Deutschland. Risk getting completely wiped out here, but I am kind of hoping to keep them off the 5th cal for at least long enough to grab them myself. At which point, obviously, if I grab 2 50 cals and turn them against Login, that might just be GG. But yeah, he's already pulling in troops that obviously does not want the 50 cals to fall into the hands of the German army, unsurprisingly. Soldiers are charging forward here. 7 kills, 2 armored car that explodes before their very eyes, and they sprint forwards to achieve vengeance. And there you go, up close, Lieutenant is being met with fierce fire here from the assault grenadiers. The MP40s raking them down, but not before the 5th cal gets back in action. Only to then get flanked by a Panzer Grenadier squad, leaving 1 5th cal behind here for the German army to seize. Whew. Ralph Scott going for the hit. Northern points being seized back here by Login. Armored car rolling in there. Panzer going to be seizing the point here. No support cop yet. Login's got some time for him calling the armor himself as well. Troops reinforcing healing alongside those machine guns. Panzers for some reason yet need to get moving. Mortar being hauled forward as well there. You got the armor covering about there still. Last of the 3 light vehicles attacked just minutes ago. But again, as you can see, the light vehicles can really just help the German army out there instead of gaining map control. But committing to more than one always requires you to have a bit more of that Blitzkrieg spirit. There you go, bunched up, becomes a new target for the Grenadier map. We got the machines unleashing hell upon the Panzers there. Tank trap there, sadly, not much cover. Mortified there gets in, we got the Gunners of the Ralph Squad, but without any upgrades, the Gunners are easy meat here for the Ralph Squads there with a BAR and of course the M1 Garand semi-automatic rifles. So Palmer called out for me, probably going to go for Panda 4 just to be safe. Lock in, still has some time for any armor. Again, disregard my fuel harassment has been fairly effective. That said, I mean, looking at the timing, like, it's going to be like kind of late-ish medium armor from both sides. Even me who's kind of been ahead there due to all the light vehicles here. 50 cal there being flanked. Got the assaultment to cover the flank here. Panzers with the armored car support pushing back the Rifle on the south here. Now go grenade assault on the Lieutenant and Rifle Squad. Far up north, Pioneers are diving in here as well. The action never stops. Armored car there diving forwards like cavalry of yore. Backed up by the Panzergrenadiere. In the center, 50 cal push back. And there you go, the assaulters for some reason managed to get them into position where they couldn't do any damage and were easily routed then by Logan's men going for the car point. The map is now swinging heavily in the Americans' favor there, as I kind of managed to mess up position, but at least in short, no casualties of the heavier kind. Panther 4 is on the way here, car point hit, that Panther's pushing forwards, Kennedy is kind of in reserve. A lot of action there, go Lieutenant sent back fiercely. Panther 4 they're halfway done for me. Panthers they're being shot to bits out in the open, there's the Ralph Squad with the bars, the Panthers can't quite hit back, but there you go. The Panzergrenadier 50 cal there unleashes Furious Reich's final turn. We got the mortar joining in as well here. South we got the Panzers moving about. We got the Ralph Squad, the 5th cal moving in here as well. North the victor will be seized by America, freedom and democracy. In the south here, the Panzergrenadier being met with fierce fire here from Login and the 2nd Armored Division. And there you go, Panther arriving here from a nearby Panzer Division. As the 17th SS basically only had Stugs and Marders for armor of any kind. Fun fact, by the way, they were supposed to have Jagdpanzers, but they didn't have them in time. 5th cal there, mowing down the Ralph Squads there. Panther 4 there, dealing with the Ralph Squad, but they not before they pelt the armored car with multiple anti-tank grenades, causing quite a bit of consternation amongst the crew. In the south, 5th cal seizing the victory point away there from the German army. Up north, the Gunners advancing with the light machine gun. Panther 4 diving head for Deutschland. Login here can soon go for the Sherman EC8, which will definitely be a significant problem for me with just a Panther 4. As, while again, my strategy in many ways has allowed me to gain more substantial early domination versus Login, it does mean if my opponent does go for an EC8, I will be in a somewhat disadvantaged position because I have no Pack 40s to back it up. I don't have Panzerschrecks. I just have a Panzer 4, so there's definitely a slight glaring gap here in my strategy, which will about to hit me in the face like a pit-shaped brick. Up north, they can ECs and northern victor point away from the American army. EC8 almost down there for Login, freedom and democracy. 5th cal car in the center here. Bazooka up in the assault grenadiers, pushing forward, so I got the veterans squatted up for them, which definitely gives a nice boost to them. Mortar firing down. Near Isla on them as well. Panthers they're retreating. Assault is going for that kill, but they will have to fall back soon. Ralph Squad the flank in the 5th cal, they're mortar firing down here. Isla gained on the assault grenadiers, and there you go. We got the EC8 out here with the Brat Pit upgraded away there for Login. MD 5th cal about to go up here by the Ralph Squad, but they're not before they take a punishing and withering scathing fire here from the Panther on the armored car. Damaging the Panther 5th cal crew exterminated. Up north here, machine gun crew wiped by the Panther grenadiers, but they're getting suppressed by the 5th cal. Artillery fire raining down. Further up north, Grenadiers seizing the far northern point here away from Login and America. EC8, they're rolling ahead. Finally got a move on there for Login and the 2nd Armored Division. Panther 4 need repairs, troops need reinforcements. And I'm in need of Stugs to fight back against the EC8 because, again, the Panther 4 will be substantially outclassed here by the EC8. Get out on the armor card there by the EC8. EC8, by the way, costs not only a fraction more than the Panther 4 here. That costs the same as a Panther 4 Model J. There you go. Stug 3G on the way there for me. Panther 4 taking hits. I'm just fixing up here to just buy more time. Thankfully, he's not targeting the Pioneer specifically. Mortified to doing some damage into the EC8. Panther 4, they're pushing him back there. Really close call though for me. Really close call. South here, Soldiers going for the southern point here in the center there. Panther 4 pushed back here by, and he's using the gunnery ability there as well. South here, Soldier is clashing with the Ralph squad, but it's coming a bit to head there. He's in the center here, and narrowly pushes back the Ralph squad, and even gets a wipe there. Phew, this is absolutely intense. Panther 4, they're being fixed up. Troops heading out here from Logan's base. EC8 there in need of repairs, and obviously Brad Pitt's just going to stand and watch while the rest are doing it. But there you go. Sturmgeschütz 3 als für ein Gegeneffekt bereit here. Got the Panzer Squad there routed. Troops reinforcing here. Note the 17th S were technically equipped with Stug 4s. The Stug 4s were primarily used as Panzer replacement essentially in all the Panzer divisions, Panzer battalions, and likely just other Panzer battalions that couldn't get Panther 4s would have likely also been equipped with Stug 4s as a fun fact. Mines up here from Login. Thumbs up. Very good work here. Yeah, lots of rapid exchange of machine guns. Logan's also a bit short on infantry, whereas again I still maintain 4 infantry squads, 3 of which are basically varying degrees of assault unit. And he's got basically 2 Ralph squads and a lieutenant with a bazooka. And he is going for the captain though, very good. He's also going for grenades for some more shock elements here. North here, points being seized, going for northern victory point. Panzer squad flanking in here. EC8 there, 4 kills veterans 1. Engaging in the Grenadiers. Panzer's machine gun moving up here as well. Panther Stug on the move actually. Trying to line up so I can engage the EC8 from a safe distance. If we go for here, I'm going to get hammered with the bazooka. But at the same time here, they could drive into the range of the EC8 there too easily. So, a few considerations there. I imagine Logan's going to go for anti-tank to help deal with both the Stug and the Panther 4, giving them some more firepower. There we go. Captain can also be upgraded with a BAR. Of Norfolk, Panzer's routed here for the Ralph squads. We got 406 versus 218. Do have a nice lead here, but that can always quickly change. Particularly now, again, he does have a bit of a stronger hand here. He has managed to finally stabilize, and the wind has gotten out of the Blitzkrieg bag. They've sort of got going for now. Panther 4 ready to go. Pioneers manning up that 50 cal again, and we got the mortar around to the center. EC8 turning its out here on the Panther 4. Good hit. Close to 82, and there you go again, making use of the focused gunnery ability. Ralph squad flanking in. There you go, met by the 5th cal. Logan's men are quickly forced into a very hasty retreat. In the south here, Panzers with the captain. Sturmgewehrs versus M1 Garands and BARs. And a Thompson. Mortified landing, some mild damage, but nothing significant. Got the machine gun holding up here. Troops heading northwards. Got the anti-tank gun ready here for login. Interesting enough, he's not going for any artillery himself, no mortars or anything like that. Which I think would definitely benefit from. I mean, just look at. I mean, obviously the mortars have done a lot of killing, but it certainly adds some pressure here to login. North there, Panzers pushing back the major. Machine gun moving from the north as well there. Keeping up pressure. I'm always just looking like, you know, scout out the front line. Look, you know, where is he? Where isn't he? Where might he be paying attention? Then try to exploit it elsewhere. Which is kind of, again, like, you know, Blitzkrieg tactics. It's not just about hitting hard where they are. It's also about hitting hard where they not necessarily are. At least that's kind of how Rommel did it anyway. So that's more Stormtrooper tactics. But you get the idea. Another Stug on the way there for me. Another Stug 3G. Soldier squad with the 5th count. 16 kills. Panther up near the advancing army cannon. Should have had a pin my machine to that one, by the way. And there go grenade assault again here. And they move straight to there. Go. They get utterly obliterated in a storm of explosives. Only one man survives, and he's going to be traumatized. And he's being mauled here by Sherman and Ralph squad fire. Their Stug halfway done. In the south, you got to push for the sun point here. Smoke being deployed this well efficiently by Login. Thumbs up. In the center, the men are being met there with fierce fire. Anti-tanks by covering fire here, forcing me to disengage because in front of the M1 anti-tank gun, you do not want to stick around with medium armor for too long, as it has a much higher rate of fire compared to a Pack 40 or anything else. Stuke heavily damaged. I need to get further back here, but I'm managing so much that I'm kind of misclicking here and not getting out in time. And there goes Stuke, kaput. Sherman gaining Mechanized 2 again. Focused gunnery once more. Very consistent use of ability to the login. Thumbs up. Pioneers close being wiped out here. Panther 4 drawing forwards. Close 32 here. Grenade on the MG42, almost wiping it out there. Panzer 4 with the damaged engine and Stuke to the rescue. Plus Panzer Grenadiers, Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers fresh from the base reinforced here. Rifle squad being met with incendiary gunnery there by the infantry. Close being wiped out. Center secured. Anti-tank in position. Sherman there bouncing a shot from the Stuke. And far up north, all this is happening, by the way. I've snuck in some troops to grab points there again. Like, even in the midst of like this heated battle, I can still try and find some room to, like, you know, hit them elsewhere. So, you know, I don't even have to lose around here. I can still do some damage. Stuke, they're pursuing the EC8 with great aggression and fervor. For Deutschland, entertaining though prohibits a further pursuit though. 5th cal levels the punch. Rifle grenade on the 5th cal there. Close to whopping it out. Lock-in, can actually go for another EC8 now, though. Still think you should go for more infantry as well. And a mortar. But there you go. Another EC8 here for lock-in. Thumbs up to that. Assault Gunners are wiping the other 5th cal. 22 kills and immediately sees it right under Logan's nose. EC8 in dire need of repair. Stuke once more prowling ahead here. Another EC8 that's looking ready. Grab the southern point here with a one-man machine gun crew. And I'm bringing more pioneers to prepare my armor, including my Veteran T2 Panzer 4. Around the northern point here. So once more the map has just swung back and forth very aggressively within a matter of minutes. A very volatile match. Another entertaining of login, freedom and democracy. Stuke they're adding the pen-mounted MG42. Little models of Stuke 3Gs would actually have a remote control machine gun to what in the Hetzer. You only see not Nahverteidigungswaffe, but Rundumsfeuer, which means all around fire. Fun fact. He's been caught with the captain, anti-moving force as well here. Quick rifle grenade here, though. Ooh, actually gets a kill there. EC8, then number 2 ready. First one is almost fixed up. So that is 2 EC8s, both with a Brad Pitt upgrade. In the south, Panther 4 strikes force. Lieutenant being hammered by the Panther 4 bazooka fire there. Fails to make much of an impact against the Panther 4's armor. Pioneers backing up. North of it's got a full route here. He still needs more infantry, whereas again I maintain a solid 4-man squad size. So there's, you know, build up here, plus multiple pioneers. North here we've got the E6 when we head back up at the major. Both EC8 ready to strike here for freedom and democracy. Some smoke at the right time could facilitate a very good attack here, possibly for a login. There goes soldiers being hammered with EC8, and it's 7.6 from the gun. Soldiers being bombarded by the EC8s. Stuke moving forwards. Need to be a bit carefully, honestly. I could get it, like, you know, surrounded or pinch it at the very least. Panther 4 maintenance reserve here as it gets repaired. South there, captain us the Panther 4. EC8 here going for the kill, going for the Stuke. If he can remove that, they could leave me in some deep sauerkraut here. And he dives in there for freedom and rocks with the Stuke. They managed to get away. They've got the Panther 4 counterattacking here, launching an assault here onto the rear of the Panther 4, hoping to bait away the attention from the Stuke. And he takes the bait, allowing the Stuke to actually join in the fight. Making use of his range and to fire safely at the EC8 here. Lock in here, sort of slightly flounders about. His raid has failed. And now suddenly he's being met with the counter punch of the Wehrmacht. Sherman EC8, they're close to the ace level, but also close to death here. Almost got the Panther 4, the anti-tank joining in and turning the tables on me, taking out my veteran Panther 4, leaving me just with a heavily damaged Stuke, which I need to get out of there before that goes kaput. If I lose that, then it's all game over. But there you go. Managed to get away with the Stuke, he also managed to get away his tanks. Meanwhile, though, infantry launches a counterattack here as he doesn't have any suppressive weapons now. The tanks can't assist either. I even managed to grab one of his anti-tank guns. So suddenly a login is being pushed further away here as I once more make furiously aggressive use here of my infantry against him. The assault infantry at this point definitely helping, carrying a lot here versus the Americans. For the most part. Ground points here and there. Captain there trying to defend the carve point, but he's found himself falling a bit short here in the face of the near ace Panzer Grenadier and the Grenadiers here. Shermans, they're being repaired. It's definitely going to be needed some rapid works there to get them going as fast as possible. North, we got Lieutenant flanking up behind machine guns here, popping grenades and insults at the Germans. At the same time, those Americans are good at multitasking. Your mom's a crowd! Ugly one! Yeah, that'll show them. Bit of quiet here, we got the 5th calling up here, entertaining position towards the center again. I'm trying to figure out like where his potential angle of attack might be. Also at this point, I'm slightly considering going for Panzer 6 and my Panzer Grenadiers, but at the same time, it's like, I'd rather not turn my ace Panzer Grenadiers into an entertaining team now, since I still need to like deal with his infantry as well there. So I'm just resorting myself to like, you know, holding out for another Stuke. Plus, I did manage to grab that M1 anti-tank, which is really good against American medium armor as well. You know, that high rate of fire turns out is also great against American armor. There you go, Major up north here, met by both Assault Grenadiers and the Panzer Grenadiers there. These Assault Grenadiers have at this point really done well for themselves. 24 kills. EC8 sitting out there. Led here by the Ace Brad Pitt Commander. Striking here at this exposed infantry up north here. Login dives ahead for Democracy. Panzer taking a nasty hit here. Down to 2 men here in the face of Login's EC8s. Down to 1 man. In the center here we got the Germans holding up their telemines down here. Figured that was a nice compromise. And there you go, EC starting got the anti-tank ready, but it's not quite so. There goes Stuke gaining virtually 2 shots and added, loading up the heat shell here. So that way try and negate some of the experience here from the EC8 and give my Stuke more chances just knocking them out. Turning around in, there you go. Gets a shot off. EC8, this gunner is discombobulated for at least long enough here for the Stuke to finish off their main gun out. Other EC8 they're driving about. The second Stuke is on the way here. EC8 they're roaming about there madly, and there goes Stuke, misses anti-tank and gets a shot through there, killing Brad Pitt. Stuke they're turning around the other EC8 there. Diving head in near ace level on that Sturmgeschütz aus von G. Almost got it there. Anti-tank is sitting up here. Troops are not quite where they're supposed to be though. They're all back at base. Now the Stuke arriving. Ace here falling a bit back here. Infantry flanking up, but they're only met here by the Ace Panzer Grenadiers. Anti-tank gets a great hit on the Stuke there. Lieutenant down to just 2 men. His bars they're not quite waking up. We got point in the southern fuel pump being seized back. Pioneers about to get exterminated here. Executed even. Center being seized here. And the west here we got the Sherman versus the Assault Grenadiers. Login is a furious fighter here. Pummeling away there for Democracy. A fierce pugilist of Democracy. Assault Grenadiers almost right here by the EC8. 6 kills, veterans 1 there. Stuke though in dire need of repairs here. So they've got the captain here versus the Panzers and the Grenadiers here. And we still got that Panzer Grenadier 5th, or Pioneer 5th cal now. The others did get killed, now I remember it. Got an Assault Grenadier 5th cal here. Back here. Repairs going on for the EC8. He can actually go for another EC8 again here. Meanwhile, I'm fixing up that Stuke. And there we go, another EC8 for login. You should remember to use the captain to supervise the production. And that actually seems to be one unfortunate thing. Despite being, I think, very good with using a lot of the other American abilities that most of the other players using, he's not using the supervisor ability here. So that's been unfortunate. Panzer is once more launching a bit of a dive here against login on the carve point. Pulling ahead for Deutschland. Got the machine gun. Got the Grenadiers bringing in as well. In fact, I got both of his 50 cals, and I just realised. Those brought in more 50 cals as well there. Giving us a total of 3 50 cals on this map. With more than half of them being in German hands. South, we got the Panzer being flanked by the Ralph squad here. 20 kills, ace level there. Stuke should add a pin on machine gun. The mortar being up to grab the point here. Second EC8 almost done there for login. Panzer going to rout it, met with too much firepower here. Pushed off the center here. So there you go, 2 EC8s at the ready again here for login. And the 2nd Armoured Division. Artillery calling to keep the Americans off the Symphonies long enough. My assault guns pushing forwards here. 24 kills there. Stuke, they're being flanked by the EC8. Not a great position to caught in here. Could cost me the Stuke here. Can push back. Other Stuke, they're arriving. Stuke, foot number 1 there. Down to less than half health there. But there you go. Near a Stuke arriving here. And there you go. EC8's going to be met by 2 Stukes now. First one by this near ace level here. There we go. Ace level gain. And the German takes out the Stuke there. And there we go. Abandoned. Other Sherman is going for deep flank here, diving right past the front line from an angle I did not expect here. Threatening to get behind the Stuke here. In the center, the assault is warding off against any infantry pushes. Stuke here needs to quickly circle around here to meet this German head on. Takes a shot there through the frontal armor. Entertain the trying to catch the German here, but Login is being a wily opponent. Stuke now diming after it. Infantry moving in as well. There, a full, strong platoon force. There we go. Panterfaust off, and you see it. A Stuke going for the kill now for Deutschland. Good shot there through the east. We've got the anti-tank. We've got the infantry with the 50 cal as well there. And we got armor piercing shells and take aim. He wants that Stuke dead. And there we go. GG. Game over. A furious fight here. Definitely displaying some slightly different Wehrmacht play, I would argue, there, with a much more heavy emphasis on armored cars and light half-tracks here, putting a Login under a lot of pressure, which you probably wasn't expecting, which allowed him to actually gain more of an advantage. That said, again, it kind of went slightly out there. Once he hit me with EC8, and I was not ready. Still, the armored cars definitely gave me more ground there, plus the fact that I had just, on most of the time, more infantry than proves also, I think, be a decisive factor in the longer running, plus, crucially, assault infantry, meaning, like, you know, if I caught one of the support weapons exposed, I could much more quickly clear it out then, you know, just deliver a lot of damage very fast. So, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is ImperialDane saying cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for another sunny episode. Bye.